The Lost Wild is an immersive and cinematic dinosaur game that captures the reverence and terror of nature's most magnificent beasts. Come face to face with dinosaurs that behave like wild animals, not monsters. The Lost Wild is an upcoming first-person survival horror game by Great Ape Games, an independent studio based over in Brighton, UK. Its inspiration for the game, which may no longer come as a surprise to most, centers around games including Dino Crisis, Resident Evil, Trespasser, and Alien Isolation. While staying true to its survival horror roots, The Lost Wild will also funnel various elements including stealth, scavenging, and mixed but mostly non-lethal combat into the overall gameplay experience. Stranded, alone, and without so much as a single tool to keep you afloat in a dinosaur-riddled world, you must embrace the hostile environment and connect the dots that explain how it all came to be. With nothing but a voice serving as a single lifeline on the other end of a radio, you will need to work your way through deserted facilities and utilize both the elements and the natural resources in order to bypass, trick, and threaten the flesh-eating dinosaurs that run wild. The questions you're ultimately trying to answer: who is on the other side of the radio, and how are you going to reach them? You are stranded in a violent primal world. The official blurb reads, "Your survival depends on mastering its rhythms and anticipating its dangers." A mysterious voice on the radio seems to offer a glimmer of hope. With their help, make your way through the facilities and piece together the story of how this came to be. The Lost Wild is best described as being a first-person survival game, emphasis on the survival aspect. Its gameplay, which will mostly teeter towards gathering resources to craft traps and projectiles to distract dinosaurs, will avoid any major combat scenarios. Furthermore, like any survival horror game that incorporates crafting and exploration into the mix, stealth will also be a major part of the experience. In fact, your survival will depend entirely around your ability to tiptoe between crevices and outsmart the enemy. Let it be said that, contrary to popular belief, you will not be able to kill the dinosaurs, but more sway them away from devouring you as their next meal. Explore a prehistoric wilderness where you're squarely in the center of the food chain. The website reads in part, "Keep your head down, stay alert, and evade. If all else fails, run or try to intimidate using non-lethal weaponry, resulting in intense cat and mouse style gameplay." According to the devs, The Lost Wild will feature a single-player campaign that will take anywhere from 6 to 10 hours to beat. Will this factor in any additional content such as side quests or cinematics? It's hard to say at this point, though one thing remains clear: this is a story-driven single-player game through and through. Great Ape Games first lifted the curtain on The Lost Wild back in 2022. According to the team, work on it had already been completed in the years leading up to its announcement. Unfortunately, this was mostly preliminary footwork for the sake of building the pre-alpha, although we were working on The Lost Wild for years before showing anything, and what we have as of today is playable and very promising. Expect a production cycle of between 2 and 3 years and a launch somewhere around late 2024 divided by early 2025. The Lost Wild will be coming to PC via Steam, Epic Games Store, and GOG in Q4 2024. According to Great Ape Games, next-gen consoles are on the roadmap, though nothing seems to suggest either the Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5 are currently in mind. If it does come to either console, then it's sure to be at some stage in 2025.